What is up, boys and girls? Creeposaur from Creeposaur Inc. here, back for another deck profile. Been loving doing these deck profiles. I know they've been kind of spread out, but they're more frequent than I've done them in a good while. Just gotta move this card out of the way, sorry. So we're here to do a Mermail deck update. Again, most likely there will be another build right before this. This deck is subject to a lot of change just because the meta is still, it's like changing slowly, and the build needs another update just because the meta has changed, like True Kings and stuff like that. So I need to find a way to use water and be able to play around what they can do and stuff like that. So let's just get right into the deck, the updated version. So this is a going second build. Going second with this deck just makes more sense. I know that beforehand I said that going first was really good, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was amazing with the build that I was using with like Vanity's Emptiness and stuff like that. That build was extremely consistent, it worked really, really well. And then the ban list came around, putting MACR to 1 and getting rid of Vanity's Emptiness, and it changed the build a lot, and then I ended up taking out some cards that you'll see in the deck itself. So let's just get right into the deck profile. So we got one Moulin, of course, for when we go first. You know, just gotta play at least one. Pretty sure it's limit. I don't know, but you gotta at least play the one because it's worth it because you can search it. Triple Megalo, standard, still triple Teus, still like focus please. Still standard. Then we got 1 and 1 for the Gund and Pike. So that's it for the Mermails. It's pretty short. I know I was playing the going first, Mander, Osha, Hild combo. You could have played Lind as well. I just didn't play Lind. I felt like that was for a different build of the deck. But I just wanted to cut out that going first engine. It was way too bricky, and it was extremely contradictory. It was very contradicting to what the deck was supposed to do. Already it was supposed to be more going second, and the build already had the frogs in it, so it made the deck brick more than even if you were playing going second build. So it was good when the build was with Vanities. I don't really know how to explain it to you, but it was just more consistent then, just how the deck worked. But with the meta changing, it just didn't work as well anymore. I don't know why. It was just, it didn't work as well. There were too many normal summons that wouldn't work, and then there was just too many. It was too situational at that time. With the double MACR, it was more consistent. So we got the one Deep Sea Diva, triple Neptibus, of course, because playing 4 Neptibus again is still very, very good. Then we got double Dragoons, double Heavy Infantry, and then one of these. You could bump this up to 2 because, again, spells and traps are really, really annoying. Again, and then making Neptibus alive another time is also really helpful. Or you could bump this up to 3. Either one, it's up to you. I just don't have another heavy infantry. Yeah, I don't have another heavy infantry, or I don't have another marksman, but I do like that ratio a lot. Then we got the frogs, and then the one Ronin Totem. So I might change these in the future as well. I just feel like these, again, are a little contradicting to the deck. I feel like they don't really fit sometimes. Like sometimes this play making the frog is less viable than if I just went with like a Atlantean Mermail combo, or if I just went with like a normal combo that the deck usually does. The only time that I do this is that if I know that I'll have the resources to be able to put out a Toad without really hurting like my regular combos, or if this is like the only thing I have in hand, or if I'm going first. But this is like really prone to strike and stuff like that, and it doesn't go off all that often sometimes, I found, and I just felt like it didn't fit a lot of times because it's a level 2. It's proprietary to itself, and if it got striked, it was like kind of dead. And I just found myself not wanting to use the frog engine as much. But again, the deck is subject to change. But this did come in clutch a couple times at locals when I just needed to make a frog to like seal the deal on a win, so I make sure that my battle phase could go through without a problem. So I mean, it's there for that. And then we got triple Aqua Spirit. And if there was anything I would take these out for, it's for that new Silent Angler card. That's definitely an option. So yeah, triple Aqua Spirit, 2 Gamma Seal. I want to get the second super rare. But this is really good, just going like for 2. I know originally I wanted 1, but that was for the going first build, so 1 made a little bit more sense in that build, but going for 2, you need it just because this is a going second build. And then we got 1 Maxi, of course. Best card ever printed. Triple Instant Fusion, of course. Double Moray, I don't know on my camera, I need to fix the focus settings. Double Moray, again, I'm still not playing Desires, even if I am going second. And if I was playing Desires, I'd only play 1, because Double Desires is still too much in this deck. You'd never want to activate 2 in this deck, because then you'd most likely have banished your combo pieces. And this is, again, a very combo-oriented deck, and banishing your combo pieces is bad. You want them to all be there when you need them and be able to recur them out of grave, not have to try and find a way to retrieve them out of your banish zone. Then we got double Twin Twister, very good. You could possibly bump this up to 3 if you really wanted to, but I don't have the space for it in the deck right now. And if anything, I feel like it would brick just too much, you know, just not having enough discards. And if anything, you'd play the 3rd on the side. I just don't know where my 3rd Twin Twister is right now. 1 for 1, really good for starting. Regeki, amazing. Then we got 1 for 1, not 1 for 1, Upstart Goblin, Mizuchi, and that wraps up the spells. And then we got 1 jar of Avarice. So the reason why I played this is because my philosophy with the deck is that for some reason when I play 1 trap in the deck just performs a whole bunch better. And I wanted a trap that, you know, I could just chain it if I needed to. Like if it was gonna get destroyed and my opponent was like, oh, I'm gonna MST that, and I'll just chain it. That it would still give me a plus. So if you guys don't know what the card effect is, it says target 5 cards in your graveyard except Jar of Avarice. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw 1 card. You can only activate 1 Jar of Avarice per turn. So think about it like this. Shuffle back. If you have to, you can shuffle that back. You can shuffle back one of these things. You can shuffle back a frog if you have frog play lined up. You can shuffle back your whole Atlantean engine so that you can use it again. Just pretty much you can shuffle back anything that you need to at that time. So it's really good, I found. And in theory, when I was first going through, I just wanted a trap that just give me a plus and be able to recycle stuff out of grave. And I found a lot of times that I wanted to just get back the Atlantean engine, but didn't really know how to do that unless, other than cards like Instant Fusion, which allowed me to plus off of bringing back Dragoons. So this card's actually really good. I know it's a trap, but it shuffles back 5 cards and you do get to draw 1. So that's really good when you think about it. And it has come up a couple times, like online, and I've just activated it, and they're like, well, you get back 2 Dragoons and just all your other stuff, and you can put back a Norden. I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't like my decks to be too like mainstream or too like, I know playing mainstream decks and stuff like that sounds really meta. I don't know how else to say it, but I want my decks to try and be a little bit individualized, or try and at least be have something in there that a lot of people don't think about, and that puts a lot of variety into my decks and stuff like that. So 1 token, 2 token, 3 token, 4 token, 5 token. Oh, sorry, the extra deck's out of order, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. Sorry about that. Didn't realize that my extra deck wasn't in order before this. I thought I had put it in order. I had everything else in order, that's why. So first things first, for the extra deck, we got 2 Bahamut Shark, just really good, making your Toad, or Toads, just really good, just amazing. The only thing is that you have to detach for cost like most XEs, and then this is just really prone to stuff like strikes or to summons when you go to summon it, and stuff like that. So just watch out for that. Just play smart when you're playing into him. That's why the frogs are still good, why I still play them, because you just go straight into the Toad. 1 totally awesome. My other Toad, again, if you guys seen my my stuff was stolen video, the guy that stole my stuff, he has my other Toad. So unfortunately, I don't have the means to get myself another Toad right now, and I don't know anybody in the team that has one. I can ask around at my locals if anybody has one for trade, or if they are willing to trade me one, but right now I have no way of getting myself a Toad. So That's a little unfortunate, but one toad, a lot of times I found in locals, since this is more of going second build, they only make one anyway, but having the 2 with the frog engine just gives me assurance that I can have like room to make plays with my frogs or my toads and stuff like that. So next up we got Double Dweller, really good against a lot of decks, and again another monster that's really prone to being striked and stuff like that, or solemned. So I played 2 just because that reason. If it does get striked, I have a second in the extra deck that I can make. And again, this does plus for my deck because I can just obviously detach my Dragoons on my turn and stuff like that, and then on my opponent's turn, shut them out of their extra deck and stuff like that. So that's really good, along with the fact that it does give the 500 boost because every single card in my deck is a water. So it's just amazing, just a lot of damage on the board a lot of the time. And the only card that's in my deck that's not a water is MACR. So this card is super good in the deck, so 2 is definitely worth playing. Then we play number 101 Silent Honor Arc, or number 101 Shark, if you can, whatever you guys want to call it. I play this because I don't have another Toad right now, and this is just a worth it card to play in the deck. It's a water, so whatever, and it's a hard card to get rid of sometimes, and the taking stuff is really good. And then the last rank 4 is number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, just really good. Reviving anything in graveyard, like a Norden, is broken. And then rank 7 is this guy. Then we got for the synchros, we got Leo. I'll do that guy last. We got Black Rose. We got Crystron Quandax, Tatsunoko. And for the last one, we have Omega. I don't remember if he was in the last deck profile or not, but it's just a really good, if I have to go first and I have the play, which is Deep Sea Diva, and then anything, not anything, I believe it's this, and it's the play that you'd go into Crystron Quandax and make a Toad, but then obviously instead of going to Toad, you'd make your Omega. So it's just really good if you're going first, and you can just hand loop your opponent and stuff like that. Hard card to get rid of, so it's pretty good if you're going first. And then 1 Norden, and then 1 Theseus. I got my hands on the Theseus. This is also a way that you can make Omega in the deck, so another instant fusion target, just something that I found that I wanted to try out. So I don't know how good this is so far, but in theory it's really good. The thing that I played the longest is the 1000 Eyes Restrict, and this was really good. Got me out of a lot of sticky situations, so I really like that. I don't know about the Theseus just yet, but I think it's going to be good. Next up, we got Triple Flying Sea, back to Flying Seas. Really good. Just bring it out against Zodiac and just stop them, or Paleo, so that they can't make their Seas like a Toad, or they can't make any of the broken Paleozoic monsters. And speaking of Paleozoic, I have an updated Cosmo Paleozoic deck profile coming out for you guys, so definitely check that out. It'll be coming out soon, probably next Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that, or subscribe to the channel so that you guys get notified. And then obviously with that new system, I think it's still up, the bell system that you have to hit, so you also get notified. So definitely do that as well. Jeez, I can't speak today. Sorry. So Triple Flying Sea, again, just good against Paleo and Zodiac. You just bring it out against Zodiac, and then they can't do Zodiac combo. But you want to do it after they've committed to the board a little bit, so that they use a little bit of the resources, and then you do it. Double Lance, self-explanatory, Dark Hole, and then we got Triple Anti-Spell, just really good all around, good against a lot of decks, so definitely worth playing at 3. Then we got 2 Chain Disappearance, just good against a lot of decks like Invoked, Zoo again, just getting rid of their 2 all-important, rats, or Rat Pierres. So getting rid of those is really important. Decatrons, Mirror Match, if you're playing against water, just getting rid of their Neptibus, really good. Iron Walls, and then Royal Decrees. So that's the deck, guys. I know it might have been a lackluster, I don't know. I think this was a pretty good deck profile. Sorry, I speak funny sometimes. Not my fault, just how I am. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button below as hard as you can, and subscribe to the channel for some more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content like this. And definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the deck. If you guys have any suggestions for the build, if you have any ideas of what I should do, anything I should test out, anything along those lines would definitely help me out. Yugi, definitely help me out in the future and for the deck, and definitely for links, because this is obviously going to be a deck I'm playing in links, because the deck doesn't need its extra deck all that much. I mean, if you make a Toad with the frogs, it's worth it, of course. But any ideas you guys have, leave it in the comment section below. I'll definitely check that out. We got to 120 subscribers. That's awesome. I hope we keep growing. And yeah, definitely, again, hit that like button as hard as you can. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
No, no, no.